Nah. Well, folks, it's time to take our wings to the world. As it's time, we finally wrap up Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere. That's right, I'm Metal Blue Eye Zero, as I hit the wrong button, and as we get things rolling, I'm joined by not only the typical members of the Geek Fighters, but also our very special guest from the past couple episodes. Of course, Fighter Cows and Double RPG, but also joining us from the last couple of weeks is the Bad Gamer. So what's up, guys? Oh,
Are we
Okay,
back?
okay, it
back.
reset. Yes, it reset there. Sorry, it did. Discord did something. I don't know.
We noticed.
Okay, so how about I try again? Anyways, also joining me are the other two members of the Geek Fighters, Double R and Fighter Cows.
Yeah, what's up, bitches? I'm back after so long. Thanks, work.
Yeah, and you probably heard me, but not them. And also joining us is our special guest for the past couple of weeks, the Bad Gamer.
Hey.
Yeah,
It's
so
really
we're
might as well.
bad
You might as
gamer.
well see. He might as well seize it and
I technically
Alright.
went here from the beginning because you had to replay the entirety when the day
Yeah,
I
I
joined.
know. But fortunately, this is I think this is the final, or the next to final mission for the Ouroboros thing. Then we just need to do the secondary Ouroboros thing, and that's it.
LP said
It's
hi,
finally over.
and
Hooray.
LP said this is the end game, right?
This
We're in end
this
game
the end
now.
game. We're
Well, we
joining
just
the
gotta finish.
Ouroboros. We're
Yeah, we just gotta finish this
so-
campaign,
we're
and then one more.
Yeah, it's the final part 4, part 2.
we're gonna go join Wesker. Believe it or not.
Okay, what was it? The final season, part 1 of part 1.1 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Part
it was
1.2.
Attack on Titan. It was Attack on Titan reference straight up. Like,
Yeah, I know. Well, that and Walking Dead because they did the same shit.
oh, I did not know that.
Walking Dead, the final season, part 1, part 2, part 3.
The
Yeah, they
Walking
did all
Dead.
that
Don't
shit.
you mean the? Don't you mean the Daryl Dixon show? Because that's pretty
yeah.
much what it was.
Yeah.
I saw 2 episodes of Walking Dead, and my mom watched up until the farm, and my sister watched like the season after. And then I knew no one who actually watched any more Walking Dead because everyone eventually just tapped out of boredom.
Yeah, I was the same way. I mean, I watched the first 2 seasons, like both the first 2 seasons. Then when I got into a little bit of 3, and I was like, I'm done with Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's all cool.
It just
Shit, Raina.
the prison season that after the farm season, it was so boring as hell.
Come on.
It's like the show was written by The Walking Dead. But
The show was written by the Walkers, no doubt.
I mean, the game, although the first 2 of the game were actually good, then it kind of like.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the first, like the Telltale Walking Dead was like I think the best received Walking Dead game because all the others have either been just like okay to like straight up dog shit, like the fucking like what was it the shitty fucking NFT Walking Dead game.
Oh,
You're
that
talking
one.
about the most recent one, right?
No, I don't think it's the most
yes.
I don't think it's the most recent one as of now because that shitty one. That what's their face put out that's just like a shitty reskin of Fallout but worse.
Oh boy.
where you could like change the story of the show by like killing characters that weren't supposed to die at that point and stuff. But like I said, like but yeah, they have a bad history with games. No, not Keith.
LPH said it's Twilight's fault.
On the part 1 and 2.
Well,
I want to say that and Harry Potter. Harry Potter did the same thing.
I was gonna say, yeah. I can't remember which one came first, but yeah, it was one of them we have to blame. I can't remember if it was Deathly Hallows or Breaking Dawn that did the first.
So, Deadly Hallows Part 1 came out in 2010, and what was it? what was it? Fourth movie or third movie?
Technically it's two movies, even though it's just one in two
Movie.
parts. But I think it's
Uh,
the fourth and fifth
Breaking Dawn.
movie.
Okay, Breaking Dawn came out the year after, so 2011. So
Okay,
technically, Harry Potter started that.
so we can thank Harry Potter for that.
Yeah. Because apparently we need to cram in so much from the book, it required 2 parts.
Well, we just killed Raina and Keith.
So how are we all doing today?
More or less doing all right. Just,
oh yeah, our target is the sphere now, right? I think.
Just still processing the debauchery of what happened yesterday in terms of gaming news.
Oh yeah, like I said, there's been a hell of a lot this past week. Not all of it good. Actually, most of it not good. Some of it okay or interesting, but most of it, mostly because of Big Daddy Xbox deciding to drop the axe on a good number of their studios that they paid probably a lot of money for.
Mainly the ones that are put out that are that were originally under Bethesda's wing that got the axe.
Yeah, like the biggest ones I know were Arcane and
Tango.
Tango.
Yeah. They're the ones who did Hi-Fi Rush, if I remember right. So.
Yeah.
It was them and Arcane. Yeah. So.
Tango Gameworks was created or was conceived by Shinji Mikami, the guy who made the Resident Evil series or created it.
Yeah.
That studio.
And they had a talk like one of the many sites was just like he just said like it's sad that this had to happen.
Okay,
and this is coming right around the time, and this is coming like what, less than a few months after he left Tango to start his own company to help smaller names get their smaller developers get their names out there or something like that. But yeah, this is just. It's so sad, especially when you have something of a game of recent memory ends up being a really big success for not only for them but also for Microsoft, and then all of a sudden, chop, they ended up on the chopping block.
I mean, it's hilarious because like yesterday, The Verge had an article where here's the thing: Microsoft says it needs games like Hi-Fi Rush the day after killing its studio.
Yeah, they said exactly.
We need smaller games
like
to give us.
After we just killed the studio.
Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game Studio, held a town hall to discuss the division for future goals. We need smaller games to give us prestige and awards. This is the same dude who then just fired a bunch of studios who just gave him like prestige and awards for Microsoft, and then you see like, all right, you guys can go now.
All right, it's final showdown with G-Song.
It's just It's really sad too, especially with the whole thing where Microsoft has been doing studio acquisitions. You thought this would be a good chance for them to get their name out to where they can actually have some first-party studios under their division, because they don't really have a whole lot when compared to Nintendo and Sony. But now they do, obviously. But you thought this would be a good thing, but then all of a sudden, nope.
Later.
What did you say, Jerry? I heard you said something.
No, that was me. I just said that reminds me to talk about something later about Nintendo.
I heard Jerry said something else prior.
Oh,
so.
Oh, did he? Okay, I didn't know.
I kept really. Hello.
Hey, Lord Doom.
Yo.
Yeah, I was saying his name is Matt Booty.
Yeah.
His name.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hi, Lord Doom.
Hey, Lord Doom. What's up? But yeah, it's just I know. It was very sad about what happened, and honestly, I do feel that the current head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, that this really was his fault for all this happening. Because the more I think about this, the more I just believe Microsoft ended up purchasing those studios just so that they can have their games exclusive or always on Xbox Game Pass, which is a damn shame too, because Game Pass, it's been good for a lot of people, but at the same time, it's kind of a dichotomy because studios and especially publishers are not meeting their sales that they want.
I don't understand what they're doing with the pass because it's like they don't have a. It feels like it was a kind of like a reaction after the falling of the of Xbox One and all that. 'Cause they implemented towards the tail end of Xbox One and then into the XX series, and they're using that one as when I when I responded to what you said earlier or yesterday of the whole like because like they want you to have it because to give I mean they added at the time one of the biggest Sega games on day one for people who had pass to just play, no payment, no nothing. You could play Yakuza 8 day one for free, basically just pay for the pass, which is what, $10. I don't know what much it costs for you guys. I think it's like €10 for me.
Shit, guys. We're literally flying inside the internet.
And
But yeah, I think it's around $10 over here.
And they do that. They have like a lot of high-profile games on there, like big titles that you get available on day one, like release, instead of like. And I have heard and read that Microsoft has stated that yes, they are losing money through Pass. I believe Phil have said that multiple times that like yes, we're losing money on the Game Pass, and they keep saying, but we're we're positive for the future. Well, apparently this is the future. They buy in a bunch of third-party studios. They make their game like only for them on console and Windows. And then they just fucking fire them, or like just just destroy the entire studio because apparently they didn't make a correct amount of money. Like it feels like they kind of, I don't know what they were thinking there.
And just so you guys know, even though Microsoft's losing money when doing the thing with Game Pass, just so you know, they're not going anywhere because as long as they keep making money off of their Windows operating system on a yearly basis, which pretty much is what makes the company, make big bucks on a yearly basis, they're still gonna, do the whole thing with what they're doing just so they can just continue losing money and all.
It's the same thing like YouTube is for Google is basically like they don't make money from YouTube, but they make money from all the other things, which is why YouTube can still be a thing.
Right.
It's something similar to that. Like Microsoft have its PC division, its operating division, where they make the money. So whatever happens in the game division, it's not enough for them to really feel the bleed. It is what it is.
Jerry, you want to give your thoughts on this, man? House?
Well, I don't know what to say.
Oh, okay. And another thing I want to bring up too is that
Doom says
ever since, he says, Mr. Boutte, when talking about Matt Booty.
And then it says they're losing money, but enough to hurt the company. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things too. When I look back on the Xbox game division, when they first entered the console race with the original Xbox back in the day, they just only seemed like they had a small handful of IPs that pretty much establishes them as a brand. And first and foremost, the obvious one is going to be Halo, but you also had Fable, and then later with Gears of War. But then after that, it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot coming from them to where they establish themselves as an upper echelon or whatnot. I mean, you just take a look at a company like Nintendo. They have so many franchises that still make them money, as well as PlayStation, because both companies, they have brand loyalty.
I think like one of the things was like when the Xbox arrived, it had some interesting game titles on there, but like when the 360
got him.
Oh yeah, he did. Mission accomplished.
Finally.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah, we defeated Dyson in the endless series of tubes that is the internet.
How about that all your base, Dyson? No, you wouldn't even know because you're dead in the Electrosphere.
but like a lot of things that won a lot of people over during the 360 era was that it was the first one that came out for its generation. They were able to have enough money to like get a lot of exclusivity, which Call of Duty became a lot of things. You want to play the maps first. On time a month early, you go for Xbox. You go for Xbox for that. It was that place was the place for people with not a lot of money to still afford a console. Because remember, what did the PS3 cost on its launch?
$599 US.
Compared it to what the Xbox costed around its time, which was like half of that, even less, depending on the version you bought.
360, yeah.
$599 US. $599 US.
And of course, the Wii was usually dismissed as a family, or for grandma and grandpa, for the elderly people.
Guess what? Because it was so cheap, it's just sold the most.
Yeah.
Right, but the only downside about the Wii though was the amounts of shovelware that came with it.
Oh yeah, that always happens with whatever's popular.
Right, but at the same time, that's how they cornered the market back in the day. Even with their quality games, they had lots of shovelware for their platform
folks,
to corner the market.
Pretty much. The final campaign. Once again, from our jumping off point of Mission 4, since this is where the story diverges. This is the first place where the story can diverge. And in this case, we need to stay with the UPEO. So.
Right.
I like what Lord Doom said right before he posted the new comment. He says, "I keep thinking Andros is going to attack you inside the Electrosphere."
Right?
Me too. It's a funky digital wonderland. So yeah, I'm not surprised either. And
it would have to be Andros. It would have to be Andros from OG Star Fox because of the polygons of his face when you fight him in that final battle.
Polygon Andros. And then, at long last, you have weird brain cube Andros.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you have severed brain Andros with, eyes.
Then, Lord Doom also says, "Speaking of the Wii, I need to see if my mother-in-law will play No More Heroes." Ooh, but wait a minute.
Whoa! What the hell got me that much damage? I must have hit the water. Holy crap!
But here's the thing, though, Lord Doom. You can play No More Heroes on pretty much any platform now since it's been re-released on modern consoles at this time.
Oh yeah.
But it's something special, but you waggling the Wiimote.
Oh yeah,
I guess so.
Bit of a different experience.
The waggling makes it different.
And just
actually,
and the Xbox just say it's just two GameCubes duct taped together.
Yeah, I'll remember that joke.
Oh yeah, of course, Lord Doom, because that was one of the few third-party games that actually proved it could actually work on something like the Wii. It wasn't just it just wasn't necessarily a waggle fest.
I also have which one?
Bad World.
Oh, that's that never got a re-release anywhere. So
I know about it, heard about it, and I was like, I never got it. But I have.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, no, yeah, I heard it's really good.
Oh, it's hella good.
It's not the same. Yeah, oh yeah, I know that one. I regret selling my copy because, in retrospect, I was like, man, that soundtrack was absolutely amazing for that game.
Well, I guess us hitting the ocean had fatal consequences.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Usually for me, when I think of the Wii, I usually think of the Metroid Prime trilogy.
Oh yeah, that too.
Still waiting for that Echoes remastered, Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Echo.
Which I really hope that and Prime 3 Corruption are on the list to be released on the Nintendo Switch as remastered additions too, like the first game. I mean, those would be nice swan songs for the Switch. I feel because we do know that Furukawa said that throughout the rest of this fiscal year, in phases, they're going to be showcasing or announcing new information about the Nintendo Switch successor.
The main thing we can guess is that at least it's going to be backwards compatible with the Switch cartridge.
It basically sounds like it's just a more powerful Switch that, by the sounds of it, yes, is backwards compatible. So that would be great.
All I wanted, honestly.
Yeah,
exactly. And I'd say this is actually a good idea too, because the Nintendo Network, they wouldn't have to do a lot of trying to fix up their network infrastructure and that kind of stuff, so that way they'll still have it on the go, as well as their Nintendo Switch Online catalog still being integrated into the successors, so that way you can continue putting out new games instead of having to re-put out what you already have.
Yeah, that's one of my fears, that like we're gonna have to like sitting here like, oh, no Golden Sun available. Oh, no, Links or Oracle Season and Aegis and stuff like that, and like we'd have to, because it's are the gonna suck or buying a third party?
I was going to say, the Joy-Cons, from what I read, and this is based on a rumor, but I think they're saying that they're going to still use the Joy-Cons, but the Joy-Cons for the successor are going to be magnetic?
Yeah, they're apparently magnetic and don't use a rail system, so...
Yeah.
Oh, you do what I did when it came out. You buy the Pro Controller, and I have never had to get a new one ever since.
That always works too.
It is honestly like the best purchase. Sure, it was expensive, but it basically like cost me less than have to buy multiple Joy-Cons throughout the entire.
Hey, I'm technically playing this game on a Switch Pro controller, so yeah.
Hey.
Whoa! How did I get myself turned upside down? Holy shit!
I still have my Switch Pro controller ever since I bought it with the console day one.
Yep. What did you say, Terry?
But if there was something about that Switch Pro controller I despise, it's D-pad.
Yeah, its D-pad is much to be desired.
It's a step down from the Wii U Pro controller. I honestly thought that Pro controller was like one of the best Pro controllers I've ever seen Nintendo done for a console.
Well, they did have to release a proper controller for the Wii U, so it makes sense.
Well, I mean, it was so good. Like I've said this multiple times, it had one of the best fucking battery life of any controller I ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually 100 hours as it was promised on the goddamn box. I had to maybe charge it once or twice a month, and I was at one point playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, like for hours and hours. That's why, like, I'm a bit sad it's only at 60 hours for the Switch one, but, like, 60 hours is still, like, great and don't have to really think much about it.
Lord Doom says, first of all, LPH says same. I think he's referring to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, because I think he got one ever since he got a Switch, too. So, but then Lord Doom says, yeah, that stops Joy-Con drift if they're magnetic. I bought bin box Joy-Con and never needed to buy another pair, and they're massive to fit his massive hands.
I never heard of that.
That's another thing too, because everybody has different size hands, and I know the Joy-Cons aren't comfortable in everybody's hands. So,
no.
And I'm not even more true size.
No, I know, but I'd say like you might have hands that are really small, so Joy-Cons might be too big, or you have like huge hands and they're maybe a little too small. So maybe making like slightly, or maybe different sizes if they're going to be magnetic. Like obviously not like super. I'm not talking like Game Boy versus like Game Boy Micro here, but just like one's a little bit bigger, maybe one's like normal size or something. I don't
know. For me, there was
kind of like the old Xbox controllers, if you guys remember the Duke.
Yes, the Duke and the S.
Yes, the Duke.
Yes, basically, because I personally preferred the Duke, but that was me.
I never liked the Joy-Cons, as you mentioned, like I agree with both Doom and Darius. Like for me, were too small also, which is why I wanted like a proper. Which is funny because my sister, it took forever before she actually got a pro controller until she eventually like. I'm assuming she also caught the drift on hers, but for the longest time she used the Joy Cons. She was using that, where you basically hold them as a controller, that peripheral that came with the Switch.
Yeah, the grip.
Yeah, I still didn't like that. It was still too awkward and clunky for
Oh
me.
yeah,
Also,
I'm not a fan of the stock Joy-Con grip either. So
my main issue was always also I didn't like how thick the, I guess we can call it the neck for the Joy Cons were, because I felt the dead zone to where it reached the end were too small and was very annoying for me because I was so used to playing on Xbox, Sony, PlayStation, where have a longer drift before you hit the end.
Yeah.
So I always hated the Joy Cons. I absolutely despise them.
yeah, they're not everybody's cup of tea.
That's why whenever I play the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, I don't use the Joy-Cons. Instead, I use the Hori Split Gamepad Pro. Basically, those
that's cool.
I've heard a lot about those like split pads and stuff.
Oh, they are excellent, especially when playing retro games through the Nintendo Switch
bet.
online. They are perfect.
Perfecto.
Okay, I can see that. If I was playing a lot of, if I'm playing a lot of Go, yeah, I could probably get those. But since I rarely take my Switch out from its dock, I don't.
Yeah, it's like one time when I was flying back home from Portland, Oregon. I ended up playing through the entirety of the original Mega Man X through the Mega Man X Legacy Collection on Switch, and I ended up using the Hori Gamepad or Split Gamepad Pro as my Joy-Cons. And
yeah, I can see that.
It was a match made in heaven when going through the entirety of that game, throughout the whole plane ride.
Yeah, because one of my main issues that even when I bring it with me, I sometimes when on the train, I don't like using its built-in kickstand. It's so fucking flimsy.
It is.
I do hope if the successor is also still going to be portable, which I'm assuming it's still going to be because it's going to be. I hope we get a better kickstand if that's the case. Like we get a bit longer one, because that one is so small. I always get worried that like a slight shake and it's just going to fall down.
Yeah, I don't use the built-in kickstand either. So
if they're saying that the Nintendo Switch successor is pretty much going to be a major upgrade for the Switch, their next model, like their next big model, then I could definitely see this being like very similar to the NES going into the Super Nintendo. Something along that line, or along those lines.
We're going to see, but it's hopefully we don't have to wait too long to at least getting something.
Yeah.
As long as they confirm that it's going to be backwards compatible, I think then they're going to have a winner. Then people not going to be like, then the smarter would be then that the Standard Switch could also become a budget version of its sequel for at least until as it bridge it to the next generation.
I could pull a Phil Spencer and say for customers who don't have good internet, there's an option. It's called the Xbox 360.
Actually, don't you mean Don Matrick? He was the one who said that.
I meant Don Matrix. Okay, sorry, Matrick. Okay, I'm sorry.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised
if Phil said that too. I can't keep a lot of names straight.
Or better yet, you could have just called him like Microsoft's Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, it was Matrick. Okay, sorry, I forgot his name for a minute.
No, that's cool.
Oh, but yeah, that reminds me though of the Nintendo thing, because I know they released a lot of new financial figures, and some people were kind of pissed with them for some reason.
Really?
It just comes down to people were pissed that the number one selling game on the Switch to date is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And the fact it has sold over double of the second place, which is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Basically, it comes down to people are kind of pissed that first place isn't a Zelda or a true Mario game.
See, here's the thing. I'm not surprised. I was gonna say, like, I'm not surprised because just go on like the online store, and almost 9 times out of 10, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is almost always on sale.
Right. But and also here's another thing too about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that
Okay, there we go.
not only is it a game for core gamers, but it's a game that anybody can pick up and play.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more that goes on with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe than the vanilla Mario Kart 8. So it came out on the Switch at a really good time too, and it had a really long and kept selling like hotcakes after that.
I mean,
So
that's
it's
Yeah,
like
and
that
apparently
was-
it's still selling pretty well. Like apparently just in the last quarter it sold over 1 million units. So
right.
I mean, it's not surprising that it also like, even though it said like we're done now, because Deluxe was supposed to be like we're done now. Here's all the final stuff in one complete package for its sequel or for its new console, and Nintendo used to like, holy shit, people are still buying this game. I was like, all right, make more tracks then. Just make some new, and then take some from the shitty gacha game we have.
They pretty much made
By the
like
way,
a
Becky said hello.
Oh, I haven't
Hey,
taken
Muteki.
and Muteki. Basically with that new set of DLC, they pretty much just made like doubled the size of the game essentially.
Oh yeah, that too.
Well, literally they did. Since we got
Oh,
like almost
hey!
an entire new game's worth of new tracks, so yeah.
Hey Jerry, it's our favorite level again.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
the really nice water textures for PS1.
yeah, that doesn't appear in
Yeah.
any other level in this game. Only this one. Because you're required to fly so low over a river. That's the only reason why. All the other
Yeah.
stages, it's just like murky blue shit. But yeah,
I believe this was late in the PS1's life, but it's still
99.
done.
So
It's
yes.
full of control. Yeah.
I think it's the first time I see this, and that is very nice PS1 water I've
Oh, for real?
ever seen. Yeah.
I always.
This was
compliment it when I see-
99. So yeah, this was like the year before the PS2 came out in Japan. So,
Like,
Oh.
this is
so yeah, this is
crazy.
late PS2.
I need to bring this
Yeah.
up. Lord Doom
Oh,
just
late
says
PS1. Sorry. I
Lord Doom
meant
says
one.
Lord Doom says I just noticed, but the chat overlay on the side is mega broken.
Yeah, it has
Is
It
it?
only shows LPH's hello.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it has for any of the new
jeez.
things.
Oh, there. Oh man, why did that not work? Oh god.
There we go. Now it's not bad.
Okay,
All right,
so-
awesome.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong. It didn't update for some reason. Yet when I clicked it, it did. So there you go.
And you know,
Now
here's
it's working because Muteki. Yeah, it's working fine now.
Okay, and Muteki
And-
wants to know what we think of the Championship NES edition. You know what?
I'm very interested.
I'm interested, but like I'm sort of half and half. I'm also, this is kind of a cool idea, but I'm also like, but then again, it's basically a rehash of NES Remix with
Yes, that I was going to bring that up too.
Yeah,
with
it's-
with like a fake with a fake gold cartridge and some like art cards if you get, well, that's only if you get the physical
Deluxe.
edition, but still.
but like
Right.
it's cool. It's cool for collector people, but yeah, it's just remix.
Basically,
And here's another. And here's another thing too, is that with the Japanese version, you don't get the golden cartridge. Instead, you get two Famicom Nintendo Switch Online controllers for the Switch.
yeah, because again,
Okay,
that
that's
was,
kind of cool.
yeah, because obviously it wasn't a thing in Japan, the gold cart and everything. So yeah, that does make sense.
Mhm.
Which makes
You
me
know, and it's
thinking. Oh god, this has me thinking. If this does well enough, are they going to do one for like Power Fest or like the Donkey Kong Star Fox Campus Challenge or something?
I don't think so.
Oh.
They're not as like famous as that.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
I know, but
I was gonna say this. Maybe the Power Fest one, because I think that might be a little.
well, yeah, they could just do like a
SNES.
SNES, yeah, just do like a SNES edition and just bullshit it as Power Fest '94 Special Edition or something.
Yeah, because like that's what I think.
I could see it
I'm
happening.
pretty sure. Well, if it does do well, I could see them doing an SNES version down the
Oh,
down
easily,
the road.
easily, very easily.
But I really hope there's more to it than just say, hey, you can do these challenges in these said NES games. How about, if they want to take a page from like NES Remix, then at least have some Remix challenges as like a bonus instead of just, doing the regular challenges through just the games by themselves. But that's just me.
Yeah, but it is an interesting thing, and I know Nintendo is starting to hype up because, like I said, they came out and officially acknowledged the Switch successor, talked about it a tiny bit, just said that yeah by the end of the fiscal year it'll probably you'll probably know all
Don't
about it.
expect it during the next direct.
Yeah, don't expect
But
it this
I-
year, but hey, weirder shit has happened.
No, I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna complain. Like where the fuck is
exactly.
the Switch Studios?
Watch all the fanboys
Well, I
say,
was gonna
"Where is
say
it?"
because one
They
supposed
don't read.
leak I saw said that they're planning their major direct in June. Oh, basically what would have been
Yeah.
E3, and then basically that's
Mhm.
where they're gonna do the official announcement with a projected like October November of this year release date, which could happen, but you never know because they're apparently
I
gearing up production in like Vietnam or what have you, or
well,
China, but.
honestly, I really can't see that happening because I'm pretty sure they're
Me
going to do
either,
the same thing
but
they're pretty much going to do the same thing with how they debuted the Switch first, where they had that YouTube video back in 2016.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're going to do that same approach again, and then have like a press conference, say like in January of next year, to where they showcase more
yeah,
about the
they
system
show
as
off
well
the
as
full
the game
specs and everything. Yeah,
full specs and what the first year of games that are going to come out for the system, that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
I could definitely see that happening too. But yeah, again, it's all just speculation. So
But
all I
Hmm.
still,
know is
but still,
Nintendo Tube loves that.
but still,
Oh yeah.
as Darren mentioned, like the fans are still gonna clamor. They're like, "Where's the Switch? This direct sucks. 0 out of 10. No Switch news." So it's like,
Well, yeah,
Yep.
it's just like the guys who do it every time they don't announce Mother 3. So yeah,
and
but that's because they must be Dragon Ball fans. They don't read.
yeah.
and
Exactly. I was. You beat me to it.
Ah, shit, I hit the
and
wrong button. Okay, there we go.
and it just really, what really gets my goat about those types of people is that whenever Nintendo says that they announce something like a direct that's going to be focused on like said games that are coming out within this specific time frame, or even like the indie world presentations, everybody
Uh,
comes up with these stupid, ridiculous like predictions that they're
Oh,
going to
I
announce
every
these
I
specific
think
time.
it's
things.
I think
It's
it's
like
extra.
it's like, are you guys kidding me? Have you not even read the fine print? Are you just desperate for attention, basically?
My favorite people reacted when it's those indie like
Well,
small indie
Oh,
directs.
the indie world or something when they're like showing off like indie devs and people are bitching, blah blah, they're expecting fucking like
Zelda or
triple
Mario
A,
news
like
or
they're expecting like massive level announcements from like an indie world showcase.
Uh,
yeah, Lord.
Gary,
Yeah.
oh yeah, today is Goku Day, believe it or not, or Piccolo Day, as you.
Yeah, I was gonna, yeah, or Piccolo,
no.
or Great Daimao Day, who we salute in this house.
This group is a Piccolo Day group. This is
Whatever, Reina. Let's bust these guys.
Mut- Muteki, no, it's not. I mean, Goku needs to put on some drip.
I love the Lord who says silence Ningen. Good.
uh
All right, let's go.
yeah, but no,
Yeah.
like it's always funny when people always be like, this is the shittiest one because like my favorite is like like, oh no, something is, it's the shittiest one, 0 out of 10, and I was like, and we watch it and it's like, you know what, some good interesting games that we didn't expect that was actually gonna pull some attention, and it's like,
You
I
know,
remember when they announced.
funny.
I remember when they announced the Paper Mario Thoughtshidori remake, and some people were just like, "Nah, it's the shittiest one." It's like, did we watch the same one? I just
Yeah, I was
saw them
gonna
announce.
say. I was gonna say because whenever we do like the reactions toward most of the Nintendo Directs during the Nintendo Switch's life cycle, a lot of the times whenever we watch the Direct, we have our opinions
There we go.
actually are different from everybody else.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Because most of the time, most people will say that this Direct sucked, but of course we're like, this is actually pretty decent.
It was decent. They showed some interesting stuff coming up. People are saying that because no Metroid 4, no Prime 4, no
I,
Mother 3, blah
the,
blah
I
blah.
mean, if you
No
guys
F
know who
Zero. Yeah.
if you guys know who Arlo is, like, he would just be like, it's a good one, but where's Pikmin? What is Pikmin for? He went on that for fucking years during until it came out, and then he stopped, like, kind of being that, like, half
I still,
pessimistic direct.
I still have yet to try that game.
But it's like if I went every time, like, where the fuck is Metroid Prime 4? Shittiest direct ever. Where's Prime 4?
Yeah.
Lord Doom. Piccolo is a knife-eared Ningen. There, I said it, Kappa.
Well, he is, and he's green, so yeah.
That means Pelinon would have extra things to say to him.
How far would Pelinon go in the Goku-verse?
I don't know. Like he's apparently a magical android from the future, so it's hard to tell.
Is he stronger than Buhan? Is Buhan stronger than Kid Buu?
But of course, androids are gonna be like, "Hey, that's racist. We're not androids. We're cyborgs."
I was talking about that with Wheels. Somebody made a good joke about that Buhan, where somebody said, insert whichever form of Boo you think is strongest. You're gonna get 300 replies about why you're wrong, and then somebody replied to that reply and said, yeah, that's true. Also, Buhan actually is the strongest. And somebody replied to that guy saying, no, technically, Ajub would solo all of Z. And I'm like, dang, that's true.
Oh, yeah, it is! God, I didn't think about that.
Oh, my God.
Because that would be the true fusion, like, because that,
Oh, yeah. It would be, because, yeah, Boo plus Boo equals strong Boo, so yeah. Only this time it would be, like, good Boo.
Also, Lord Doom said about Pelinal, he dies to Krillin. Yeah, I don't think I've seen him do any,
like, he might kill a lot of things fast, but I'm assuming it's not, like, mountain busting level or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a Destructo Disc could probably slice him in half, but... I mean, he'd probably keep trying to fight, but he probably wouldn't go too well for him.
It would still be interesting to see how far. Okay, yeah, Lord Doom says he at least mountain level, so... So he could go up to at least...
Probably go to OG Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he definitely would go, like, in OG, he would go through there. Which is still, like, kind of big feat when you start thinking about,
although even then, OG Dragon Ball is like, well, is it moon level higher?
I guess you could say he will get past OG, but he will struggle towards the end.
Yeah.
Now it's so fun because, like, I feel like we at least try to at least give them a chance by, like, thinking about it, and then some people be like, can Fujiro do this? It's like, I don't know, can he solo fucking OG? No? Then no.
Well, hey, alright. That Friday stream, I don't even call it Fake Grand Friday. I call it that stream where I told you, where I showed you about an awesome manga called Rikyo.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god.
Metal. Alex didn't know about Rikyo until, like,
no, we know. Ago. Yeah, I know, because I was there, remember?
No.
I was, because I mentioned, I guess that means you've never seen the movie, then. With Sonny Chiba.
Oh yeah, that was a Saturday. It was a Saturday.
It was, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, you never seen the movie then, because it's super gory and shit, so yeah.
Whatever. But it was still funny because I never heard it, and then I started reading it, and it's like Holy shit! Like I can't believe it. How?
Yeah, where he's in prison. Yeah, Muteki.
And now he's in second prison because
And what made me bring it up is because you mentioned Yujiro made me remember that again. Like they were like, could Yujiro beat Ricky? And I'm like,
no. I'm up to chapter 19. I can already say no.
Exactly.
Some of the things that these people fucking like have been pulling off, like especially Ricky, where like he has. I haven't even got to the point where he apparently punched the brain clean out of a dude, but I've seen him basically punch punch the cat ahead, and equal like crazy ass feats where he almost like kung pao blew someone's fucking guts out.
Yeah, that also happens in the movie too. So, and it's pretty
Lord
awesome.
So it is. Lord Juice said he looked for that Storm Collectibles Yujiro. The person selling him has him in the Yujiro pose. You know the one where he holds his arms. Yeah, I'm doing it right now for no reason. It looks like he's like he's gonna.
Oh, that is like if you give him a cape, he'll go like I'm Batman.
Chesterton, like.
He's holding it. Well, he's holding his arms up. He thinks he's John Kreese. If you watch Karate Kid 3, at the end.
It's the one he does right before, like he does that pose and then stops Dopo's heart till Kureha Shinobi revives him, if you remember. And then what happens? He tries again.
I keep hitting the wrong dang button. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay, so that's it. I mean, it's funny, like, I read Baki, and at first, like, I was like, wow, these characters can do some interesting feats, but then I was, like, thinking about it, and I'm watching stuff like Kengan Ashura, now Rikio, and other things, and like, you know, these characters are kind of weak outside their own universes. Like, some of the shit Kengan Ashura characters can do, and especially having this crossover series coming up now on Netflix, they're basically pulling what they did during the Toriko One Piece Dragon Ball crossover, where they had to heavily nerf the half the cast.
Oh yeah, Toriko.
No, like for real, they had to nerf Goku super hard so Toriko and Luffy could have at least a shot fighting against Goku.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they would have to.
This was way before like all the insane gear shit like Luffy has now. I think this was just when he only had Gear 1. And Toriko had even displayed some of his more insaner feats later on in the show. So like this was base Toriko at the start of the show.
Ah, damn it! How did he freaking dodge that one?
Yeah, that was one of the only times where that crossover actually did get an English release because Funimation owned the rights to all 3 IPs at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Toriko. Yeah, so that's why they were able to do it.
One thing I do hope, if we want to do something completely different than back to the direct stuff, I'm doing some speculation here. I hope we get some information on whatever Pokemon Legends CA is.
Oh yeah, of course.
We only got that teaser trailer, and that's pretty much it. I kind of want some more information what the hell that is. If that is like, if we're getting another like Legends Arceus type of game, which I would be happy.
It's what it seems. It's what it seems like.
I hope it's on a bigger. I hope we get like. I hope it's good. You know, like I never finished Arceus, but I like it because I finally could evolve some of my favorite Link evolution Pokemon. You know, like if finally getting Scizor or Gengar.
Oh yeah.
We're not having to do this stupid trading shit.
It's like, hey, you want a Gengar? Well, screw you. You got to trade with somebody.
You want a Scizor? Well, first of all, do you have a metal coat? No, yeah. Well, do you have friends? No. Well, fuck you.
Oh, damn it.
I understand the appeal when it was the beginning, but honestly, I wish at some point they would have like given us an easy implementation for at least trade evolutions. I can still understand, versioning.
That is one thing I love about a lot of like modern ROM hacks and even stuff like
Yes.
Infinite Fusion, because it just like makes you able to get those in game like because of an item or they just
Yeah.
evolve naturally or something. Yeah, that
Crystal
is
Right.
one
Clear.
thing I would love.
Crystal Clear, which is like really good one. You have one
Crystal Clear, I
NPC
love
guy
that
that
one.
you go to, and he would just be like, "I'll trade the Pokemon you want, so you can evolve." And it's like that's super cool. You can get a
I don't
super.
know if you can still find Crystal Clear, but it's worth getting. It's really good.
The Discord I think is still open for it and everything.
Oh, it is. It's
So yeah,
basically
you
it's
could
like as
definitely
long as
still
you have a
find it.
link. As long as you have a link to the Discord, that's where you get all the files. Then you just have to grab a Crystal ROM and
Yeah.
wham bam.
Thank you, ma'am.
If
Really
you can
good.
get your hands
That's
on
like
it.
one of the best ROM hacks I've seen. I usually don't
Yeah.
care about that stuff, but that one's really good.
It is.
I usually don't care about ROM hack to change different stuff, but that one, no.
Yeah,
I
no,
usually
it's
only
good.
just do translation patches. I don't.
hmm
Oh, gee.
Yeah, no, I'm the same as you as Jerry. Like most time, I'm just like but because I like Gen 2 a lot, I mean it was
Yep, like my favorite.
and one of my favorite thing also about the Gen 2 is that it implemented the whole like Pokemon can walk with you. They all got their
Yeah.
like updated small sprites where like they all are kind of looking like they're actual while still being in the like Gen 2
Yeah, I love
style.
that. Yeah, I love that. I was never a fan of the Gen 1 sprites just because they were like
Me neither.
rhino, raccoon, like blob in the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever the
Well,
hell the Clefairy
They
looking
weren't even. Some
mofo
of them
was.
weren't even Pokemon at all. Like,
But like
well, they obviously looked better in Pokemon Yellow, that's for sure.
yeah, we're talking about also they're like small like sprites when you look at
Yeah, like in the
the
menu. Yeah.
the menu
Like,
sprite.
Whereas,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's a potted plant. Here's
How
a
like
potted plant for Oddish. I'm like, Oddish ain't even a potted plant.
yeah, Bulbasaur like the entire line had that too. There was just like a flower face on it. It didn't have
Yeah,
the
or like stupid little
yeah.
like generic bug for insects and stuff, yeah.
Yep.
Or for
And
the
like,
bugs.
I,
Or ghosts for like friggin' like what was it like weren't they ghosts for like psychics too? Or was that something else? I
I
can't remember.
think so. Nah, I remember like you had the Ekans Arbok looking like Snake, but then you also have Dratini and is it Dragon? What's the in between Dragonair?
Dragonair, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Night.
like they all have the same
Nair Night.
snake spike, which is like no made no sense.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think
Asshole's like right on top of me.
Gyarados had the same also snake sprite because because the whole like snakiness.
And a lot of those sprites, like I said, weren't even real
There
Pokemon
we
at all.
go.
Except for like one that looked like Seal and one that looked like Lapras. The rest were like
Yeah.
just like generic animals
Yeah.
or things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes our important
Yeah.
choice. We need to shoot down Reyna to save the jet. Because we need to join Newcom and go with Fiona when she leaves to join Ouroboros.
Fiona! Euro trip.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, Cynthia. Sorry,
Yeah.
Fiona's our friend here, but whatever.
Oh,
but yeah, like I'm so like I feel like from either Gen 3 or Gen 4, they should have given people like a way to just be able to evolve trade Pokemon without still having to have friends. Even with internet, it's still frustrating.
It is.
To not be able to get the Pokemons you want in your own goddamn game. Like I always like, it's so frustrating because like if any of your favorites is a trade evolution, and you don't have friends that like play Pokemon like in the same like way you do, you're fucked. You don't get to have your favorites in your team that you want.
Mm.
I like Scissor. I always liked him because I think it was always cool. And also, metal types always been like one of my favorite Pokemon
Yeah,
types.
same here. Yeah, same here too.
Muteki asks, "Is the missing number classified?"
Missing No is okay. Missing No is the result of garbage data. It was not intentionally made in any way.
Yeah.
It is a complete programming accident that has some like leftovers from the beta in it,
Speaking of
which is
leftovers
why
from the beta,
yeah
it's called a bird Pokemon.
yeah bird, not flying,
Not
bird.
flying.
And it's only attacks at
Right.
least. Okay, so and the most common one, I believe, only had 2 attacks. It had 2 copies of Sky Attack for some reason, as well as a single water gun. And I believe, depending on certain things with your like version and trainer ID number, if you tried to evolve it, it would turn into like different things. I think the most common was like Kangaskhan
Yes, it was
or
usually like the best way to get a Kangaskhan.
is catch a Missing No and evolve it.
And Evolve it had like the highest chance of
Yeah.
getting a Kangaskhan, like because catching it like in the Safari was
Safari
not
Zone
impossible.
is Gen 1 Safari Zone is annoying as fuck, but there are certain things you can there are certain things you can do to kind of game it a little bit. Like if you know exactly where you want to go to find your Pokemon and everything.
One thing I remember reading, either reading or watching a video was talking about Gen 1 stuff, is that in the Safari Zone, trying to feed was the worst thing. Basically, what you should do from the get-go, throw a stone, because 9 times out of 10, they still stay 1 extra round, and then you throw a ball, and you basically double your chance of catching whatever Pokemon you're going for.
Oh, that's right. This is the one we fly in the
because of how Gen 1 was coded. I mean, fucking Gen 1.
Gen 1, yeah.
I mean, there is just this whole list. Oh yeah, problems with Gen 1. A fucking comprehensive list.
Very.
It's super fun because there's some interesting one. Oh yeah, enemy trainers had no PP tracking, so they had infinite or whatever the hell. You know, like so Bind could never.
Yeah, they had infinite PP.
They said PP.
Infinite PP. Haha.
Out of context.
Yeah. Let's see. Critical hit base was based on speed.
Yeah.
So, which was one of the reasons why Kadabra or Alakazam is like one of the most like horrifying.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? Like it was there was some weird quirk with the 1-hit kill moves that under a lot of circumstances they won't work even though they should.
Yeah, so that's it. 1-hit KO moves were also based on speed, making most of them totally useless because they were mostly on slower Pokemon.
Yeah, it wasn't until Gen 2 they actually changed that up to make them actually somewhat usable on most people, even though, again, when it comes to competitive, basically nobody uses the 1-hit kill moves because they're too inaccurate. But yeah, that was some funky shit. There was also some stuff like where there was a very small amount of time, like there was an extremely small chance that the Master Ball could actually fail to capture something.
I believe it's probably something similar with the 252 glitch. I think it's something with that. Like
it's like an extremely small chance that a Master Ball will fail, but it's like almost negligible.
Here's a fun one. Frozen. You never thought you had to hit by fire move, or you had to use actually.
You had to use an ice heal, or a full heal. Yeah.
Or get hit by fire move.
Or get hit by a fire move.
Or if haste was used, with the exception that haste cures the status condition of your opponent. Oh yeah, Blizzard had an accuracy of 90% back in the day.
It did!
Wrap, Bind, Fire Spin, and Clamp prevented opponents from doing anything for 2 to 5 turns.
Yeah, I hated Gen 1 Clamp and Wrap. Oh god, those are so friggin' annoying.
And remember
Pokemon Yellow, that was terrible.
Yep.
And remember, in Gen 1, Hypnosis has a high percentage of actually working for some reason.
It does.
Remember that, Kyle?
Extremely
Yes,
high.
I do remember that.
That was a clip. Was it 5 minutes to beat that Bulbasaur?
No, it was a Poliwag.
Oh, whatever.
It was a Poliwag.
Well, we used Bulbasaur. We did use a Bulbasaur against the Poliwag, but yeah, it's just it's like we were like, Hypnosis my ass. That was the name of the clip, by the way.
No
By the way,
spoilers.
Lord Doom does say a couple things. He says, in Pokemon Stadium, Kadabra and Alakazam were busted, or they had
Very.
Psybeam, or was almost always a one-hit kill if they had it.
Yeah, it was super strong. Like
Every attack in
Psybeam.
the game, every attack
Yeah.
except for Swift and Bite had at least a 1 in 256 chance of missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the impression I got for how busted the percent ratio is for like hits or abilities actually commencing on opponents if you were to attack it. I mean, it's like when I played like Fire Emblem Echoes on the 3DS when that first came out. Most of the time, the hit percentage that I had high always kept missing my opponents, but whenever my opponents had a low hit percent rate
I
against
hate that
me,
shit.
they would always succeed, or most of the time they would succeed in doing so.
That
And I was like,
reminds
what
me.
the fuck is this bullshit?
Okay, you're just reminding me of one of my infamous rage quits, which was XCOM Once Upon a Time. Let's just say thanks to extraordinary bad luck, I experienced the infamous what the hell scenario where you have a 99% chance to hit the aliens, and you're like literally right in their face, yet you somehow miss. Yeah, this mother effer who has a 2% chance to hit across the map nails a perfect critical on my ass.
Ugh.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's just that.
Oh yeah, this one was fun too. If you kill someone with Hyper Beam, you don't do the recharge. You can do it again next turn.
You could just spam Hyper Beam as long as it kills the opponent in one hit.
Lord Doom shares your pain. Lord Doom shares your pain, Metal. He says, "Yeah, I have also raged at XCOM."
Oh yeah, it happens. Like I still love playing it now and again, but there are times when I remember I'm like, oh yeah, this is that game. Ugh. All right, let's.
Oh
get
yeah,
us-
you didn't have. If you woke up from sleep, you still had to wait for a full turn, so enemies could still sleep you back. Right?
Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. You wake up and then you have to wait a full turn because I guess the Pokemon's groggy or something.
They fucked up jump and high jump kick because it only did 1 damage if you miss instead of the 1/8 that it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Abuse that shit.
Lord Doom says, for that exact same reason, the gun is in his head and you miss with a shotgun, no less.
Exactly. XCOM does that. I don't know
I
why
know,
or how.
Even though your model is like clipping into the alien's head, you still somehow miss with 99%.
If you guys want to have a fun read, I'll put it in stream chat, like in link.
All right, time to take
That's
off.
the entirety of known shit that Gen 1 was.
Time to go off for space again.
Golly, that's a long list.
Yeah, but it's a fun read because like some of the things are like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Fuck Gen 1. I think one of the reasons why I like Gen 2 so much more because like it's also one of the things where I actually nearly completed the Pokédex because me and my sister played a lot of it.
Awesome.
Oh, what, you're blasting off to space?
Yeah, because we're going off to space. Since Newcom requires us to take out some general satellites, so yeah.
Space.
Once again,
Ollie, it's just that whole thing with what you guys were talking about with XCOM. It reminded me of a joke that Ron White told on one of his early CDs back in the early 2000s. I can't remember what the name of the CD was, but I think it was called Drunk in Public. But there was a story he told about these guys who are a lot who work at like a for the police force, and they're at a police academy where they're doing training and all that. And I think they had one of the like a video game or an arcade game where they actually tried to shoot the bad guys and to see if they'd actually go down. But the thing is that the bad guys were not going down as the cops are just screaming, hey, he's got on body armor, and Ron White's like, well, I can see him in the head, shoot him in the head. I mean, seriously, I'll give that gun to my son and he'll do the job for you. And my son does it, and he says, Daddy, got him. And I'm like, good shot, Poot. Don't worry, everybody, Poot took care of it.
Poot.
But yeah, it's just. Well, I mean, I know that's the complete opposite of what you guys were talking about, but still, it's just it's very similar. It's like, yeah, how can you miss like the enemies in XCOM? You know, especially when you're using a shotgun and they miss in the head. But in the parallel of the story I was talking about, it's like they got body armor, but they forgot that their head is exposed. Oh lordy.
Yeah. All right, just one more
Dude.
satellite.
I think we can come to conclusion just because XCOM lies about their numbers.
Yeah, I think we can all agree to that.
Oh yeah. All right, time to re-enter the atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to freeze your fighter jet.
I'm assuming it's a space fighter jet. It's kind of like
Well, yeah, it's a starfighter, so yeah. All right.
it gives me like a like how one of the characters from the cartoon Centurion had like one outfit where he could like I can now be in space with this one.
All right, we have re-enter the
H.
atmosphere.
McCloud. Yeah, H. McCloud. He had one of his forms. He basically like I can now fly in space.
We're going through re-entry. Check your G diffuser system.
Their names are great. Like I love Wheels loves the fake names I gave. Like, yeah, their names are basically like what they did. Like, wasn't the Earth guy called Rock Strongo?
I think it was
Rock Strongo. Jeez.
See, there was.
I know their names, Alex. It's Ace McCloud, Lance,
Jake Rockwell. That's the guy. That like the still. Yeah,
Jake Rockwell, and the C guy was like
Ray something.
Lance. Yeah, I almost said Ray Tracing. But no, I like Rock. Like their names were basically that Rock Strongo, Lance Uppercut.
The time of naming schemes was just like, what did they do? All right, so what can we tie that to their name? Are you doing good there, Metal?
Sorry.
Dying, man.
No, just a little bit of cough. Sorry.
Went down the wrong pipe?
It's just how I'm sitting. I just got to readjust myself.
Oh,
I get like stuff in my throat sometimes.
Lord Doom, you know about Warhammer 40K, so did you ever get one of those gigantic quote-unquote miniatures? And I put that because one of them is like 7 feet tall or whatever, and another one's bigger than a baby.
Seriously?
Yeah, they make some big ass shit.
Yeah.
And they still classify it as a miniature?
Technically, yes. Because it is in scale. Because it's in scale for a war game. So technically, yes.
So it's not even a quarter scale. It's a full scale.
Max Ray, that was the guy's name. I had to know because I was going to flag his heresy.
Okay,
and then, of course, Jake Rockwell and then H. McCloud was like, yeah, he flies. It has to be called McCloud.
Ace McCloud.
Lord Doom reminds me of Wheels there, which is fair enough. Where he doesn't like if just static statues. Lord Doom said he likes articulation.
Ace McCloud, Beta Lombardi, Delta Hare, and Epsilon Toad.
I don't mind them. It depends.
I have a statue of Ochaku and Gogeta, but a lot of my other stuff are figured. It depends on me. Some are just like, yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of like it depends on the character. Some of them I'm fine with getting, but I guess I'm both.
Yeah, so Lord Doom's more like Wheels, where he doesn't care how amazing it is. If you can't move it, then he's not buying.
Right.
Wheels is similar, yeah. I'm in the camp where I don't mind. I think I do have a preference for articulated figures.
Articulated?
Wait, they actually do, Lord Doom? He says, fun fact, lightsabers exist in Warhammer.
Huh.
I'm not surprised.
Like I like some of the articulation myself because I like to pose on my characters, but I generally just to pick one pose on my characters, and then it's just I don't change them. So for me, statics works best for me because I usually try to like go for iconic pose or something like that.
Uh-huh. He says, yeah, but they suck because if you EMP someone using it, it shuts off. Oh, yeah.
Don't tell it to the Empire then.
Yes.
Okay.
You fool! How dare you use an EMP? Now I can't even use my lightsaber.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine is.
I am your father's cousin's nephew's roommate's brother. What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing!
Absolutely nothing.
Which is what you will be.
Since you said that, seriously, where is it? Oh, here it is.
Absolutely nothing!
Nothing!
Yeah.
That's always a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid ass controller. Okay.
There's so many memorable quotes in Spaceballs. It's not even funny.
It is one of my favorite.
Oh, here we go. I believe this is where we either choose to stay with Fiona or go with Cynthia. This time we are going with Cynthia. And thus we will be in uncharted territory and kind of be in the final leg of our journey.
Yeah, at least we'll meet each other again in the sequels, Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money.
I still wonder what's going on with that. That got rumored years ago that it was the Spaceball 2.
Yeah, I don't.
Apparently, Mel still wants to make it, but I guess the right time just never came around. I guess, or the right script, I guess, just never happened.
The dude is like 97 or 98
Yeah,
years
he's
old, and he's still going.
Yeah, he still wants to do this stuff. So, yeah, we're gonna be joining with Cynthia this time.
For him to have that long of a life, I mean, seriously, that's impressive. Him, Van Dyke, Roger Corman.
I do miss a lot of his movies because I think the way he wrote comedy was, no one has been able to replicate the same kind of comedy he did.
Oh yeah.
Or like a lot of 80s comedy. Like I don't know.
I think the only thing that was close to his comedy was anything that Leslie Nielsen starred in, like the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah, like it was.
Or Airplane.
And the Naked, like stuff like that. But we don't get a lot of modern comedy movies anymore. Like we don't get comedy movies in general, which is.
Oh yeah.
Both a blessing and a curse. We could be getting more shitty Adam Sandler movies where he basically just would make a movie about his vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, we are getting Happy Gilmore 2 as a reality.
What?
Yeah, we're finally getting Happy Gilmore 2.
Finally, I never wanted a sequel. I think that was good enough for what it is.
Yeah.
Now my main question is, can we get a Mr. Deeds sequel?
I didn't even know there was a sequel made.
I mean,
it's currently getting made, but it's not.
It's in production. Basically.
What the heck could it be about? That's what I wondered.
Well, I don't know, but they're bringing Christopher McDonald back as Shooter McGavin, from what I heard.
Oh wow!
Watch it be some weird redemption story. It's like, you know what? I'm washed up.
Hey, Demon Wolf.
Littler Nicky. You know what? I would love to see a new Little Nicky too. I would, especially with.
So we're gonna get Billy Madison too. He got even stupider, so we have to do it all over again.
Or are we gonna get Big Daddy too?
Big Daddy. That's what I was thinking.
The kid from the first one has a kid now, and Adam Sandler has to look after him or something.
Yeah, with Scuba Steve Jr. or something like that. Like the line kept going.
Freaking Scuba Steve.
Man, that universe was boring if that was one of the popular action heroes, a fucking scuba diver.
Right.
I'm really surprised they never made.
Go in that universe.
I'm really surprised they never even made a movie that's based on Farmer Fran from Waterboy.
Okay, yeah, where's Waterboy 2, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Because if we had a movie that's all about Farmer Fran, you know what we get a lot more often?
Yes, let's cast off our bodies and become, disembodied shit stains on the internet, I guess.
Any TV shows? I don't know.
Demon says, does anyone even know what the Sprouse twins are up to?
What the hell are the Sprouse twins?
Or Spruce twins?
Excuse me. Ooh.
Bless you.
Like I said, I got something in my friggin' lungs today. Oof.
Oh, those two. I don't know.
Ah, damn controller.
I'll tell you one movie that needs to be made. There needs to be a sequel to the Three Stooges movie that was done by the Farrelly brothers in 2012. I honestly thought that was a good movie.
I think it's underrated.
Yes. Those of you who don't know, they're the same guys. They're the same guys who made Dumb and Dumber, and even its sequel.
Yeah, the Fairleys. Yeah.
I never liked the Dumb and Dumber sequel. I thought it wasn't the same.
You didn't like Dumb and Dumber 2?
No, the first one was good enough.
All I'll say is,
yeah, obviously.
I liked 2 better than When Harry Met Lloyd.
Yeah,
true.
That's the best praise I can give it. Is I liked it better than the shitty prequel.
Well, if anything, the only problem I have with the sequel is that the plot is a little over too complicated. Or a little too overcomplicated, if that makes any sense.
So, Deason finally shows his true colors.
You know what we need a sequel of?
What's he doing?
Okay, so Deason basically just said it's not really about humanity advancing to the next stage. Deason's just a murderous motherfucker that wants to slaughter us meatbags.
Alright, cool.
Damn. Savage.
Nah, but you know what we need a sequel of? The Wizard.
Oh. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it. Make the Wizard 2 for the Switch 2 or whatever it's called. Bring back Fred Savage and what's his name, California Boy. But have it be about, some new kid playing some Switch tournament or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. And better yet, make this movie the first time anybody ever hears of the next Smash Brothers. They have to go see this movie to see the reveal trailer, because it is literally embedded in the movie.
Yeah, it's like the kids watching a Nintendo Direct for the Smash trailer.
Well, I know it's kind of like with the Wizard, how that was the quote unquote first time that the North America got to look at Mario Brothers 3.
Yes,
since it wasn't out here at the time, it was already out in Japan, but not here yet. Kind of like that for Smash 6 or something. I don't know.
And we're gonna call it Super Smash Brothers Ultimate 2 Turbo Hyper Edition.
Super Smash Brothers Armageddon.
And Kirby's going to be the main pro tag again because, Sakurai can never make that little thing a constant main character.
Well, I mean, he did create Kirby, so...
Yeah, I know, that's that joke.
Who, bizarrely enough, I found out is the #1 Nintendo mascot among women.
Hey, Kirby is cute, so, understandable.
Yeah, so weirdly enough, I guess the chicks love Kirby more than they do Mario or even Princess Peach. They love Kirby.
I like what ALPH says. He says Super Smash Brothers Ultimate 2 HD Remix.
Turbo.
Hyper Turbo, Assault,
EX Alpha.
Assault EX Alpha, Revival,
Gold.
the new Challengers Deluxe
Max.
Remix,
Gold
Upper Max.
edition.
double
Golden.
double upper dash.
Arcade edition.
Exactly, arcade edition.
Revengeance. Super Smash Brothers
We can
Revengeance.
just keep adding titles and it's never going to stop. So.
Yeah,
Well, guess what? The theme about Super Smash Brothers Revengeance? The rules of nature.
Yeah, that's how they introduced that Raiden is coming into the Smash. Yeah.
well, hey, if Raiden gets into Smash 6, they just might do that. So, I mean, if Snake can come back, who the hell knows?
Right. It would have to be Cyborg Raiden, obviously.
Well, yeah, like Revengeance Raiden, I would think.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not like 2 or 4, not 2 or even like 4 Raiden. Yeah, like Revengeance Raiden. Because of course he does all that flippy ninja, go shit.
Oh yes.
Oh my god! If that's how they,
Go ninja, go
you know,
ninja, go!
you know that if that is how they like the Turtles got into it and they used that song, I would actually flip.
Ninja,
I like that
ninja,
song.
rat, ninja.
I like that
rat.
song. I thought it was super cool in the second movie.
Hey,
Poor
hey,
dude says,
nothing wrong with the ninja
"Greetings,
rap.
Cyborg. Blade Wolf is so cool."
Oh yeah, we got all these.
Ninja, go,
to deal
ninja,
with.
go.
Ninja.
I mean, you have to be impressed. Vanilla Ice just pulled it out of his ass as it was happening. Like, you know,
Right. And remember,
and the side dancers, they all just knew exactly how to move.
in that movie, that was the first time, the turtles were ever called the Ninja Turtles. They weren't even called that in the first movie.
Well, yeah,
but Secret of the Ooze.
I was gonna say, yeah, unless you count the Partners in Crime song, technically, but yeah.
Well,
But I don't think you count the soundtrack.
But I'm just talking about like in the main
No,
plot
I
of the
know,
movie.
no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah, you don't count the soundtrack, so yeah.
You know, I haven't seen those movies in years.
Oh God, I always want to go back and watch them, no matter what. They're so good.
Oh, they are.
Oh yeah, one and
third
two.
one is cool.
1 and 2. I have a weird relationship with 3 since I'm still to this day trying to find that news footage of me reviewing
I
it.
love when people will throw the memes, Jack.
Memes.
Eat shit. Is that a meme too? You can't fight your genes, Jack. It's fate. Golly.
How many we
Nice
got left?
argument there, Senator. Where's your source?
Sources, I made
Source
it the
is
F up.
something that fucked up.
Yeah, even though that's from Maxor, but it's still great.
I know, but it's so fucking good.
It's still a great joke. I know a lot of people use that now.
Because it would fit so well in the game itself.
Exactly. Are they both just tanks? Okay, this will be easy then. Bang and bang.
Are they both Metal Gears?
Well, if they were, they just got blowed up.
Well, good, because they were in prototype phase, so they weren't fully matured as bipedal walking tanks, essentially.
Oh, that's how they get Rain in this one. Cynthia basically breaks into the Yukio hangar and basically kidnaps her. Okay. That's an interesting twist from her joining willingly because of D-Son and her memory shit to Cynthia just straight up kidnaps her.
Could be.
I hear Cynthia, my mind always go instantly to fucking Pokemon because of that. I was like, I won't be kidnapped by her, you know?
Yeah, sadly, it's not that Cynthia. Yeah, not the Dragon Champion, sadly.
someone apparently made like one of those where they tested did those like AI fights thing of like who the strongest one was, and Cynthia was apparently not the strongest, but she was very close number 2.
Who was
don't
number
remember
one?
who. I'm trying to remember.
Oh
I saw it
God,
like
it's
a
not gonna
month
be like
ago.
Whitney, is it?
No. It
You're
was
fucking
specifically like
Miltank.
this was fight between champions basically.
Okay.
I think the number 1 was like Sada and because of their future and the Paradox Pokemons, which gave them a massive edge in the fights.
Could see. Yes, got him. Ah, damn it. That guy actually managed to tag me. Alright.
If we can
Shove
find a
3 missiles up his
stupid ass
ass.
video, but
I think there's only a few left. Oh yeah, they're
best NPC is sorry, it was best NPC competitively, and number 1 was okay, yeah. So number 1 was technically like a character from Colosseum because he was walking around with straight up legendaries on his team. But she was number 2. And that was like on an NPC competitive aspect.
Ah, of course. Low pass.
Demon Wolf says, sounds like that one Frontier Brain.
Yes.
Oh, in Pokemon, God, which Pokemon had Frontier Brains? Was it Emerald?
Must be.
You don't know?
I think so.
I know it's Demon.
Appears in Emerald, Platinum, Hawk, Gold, and Soul Silver. Those are hands of Summit.
Hey, you don't know? I mean, I never went into the Battle Frontier hardcore, but
Okay, yeah, it was Emerald. You were correct, Jerry. I had to check for myself because I was just like, I don't recognize the naming of that.
Wow. Thanks for this great stuff, Production IG.
Production IG doing anime?
What? Nice looking anime?
Damn.
In
I never heard of
1999?
Never heard of them.
Who they are? Why was this ripped out?
Because of
exactly.
With anime, and they just be like, man,
because it would have been
don't fucking
probably
like anime.
because it would have been too much work to translate everything, so they decided just to rip out basically the entire story and just give you this bullshit text story that is totally different from the Japanese version and is like a really watered down shit version of this whole narrative.
They should have just called this Ace Combat 3 Rival Turf.
Ace Combat 7.
Yes, exactly. The only Ace Combat game where you just hear nothing but ambiance.
Exactly. Who wants Oh jeez, I just realized I screwed a lot.
Oh damn, Deezen laying down some fucking truth here. Man, he's saying, no bitch, you don't want what happens to me to happens to you. What? Are you stupid?
The GD Batman.
He's like, why would anybody want to willingly, like, fucking eject their friggin' meat bag and become a disembodied mind on the internet?
I think
that's like kind of shit.
Want to head out. I would not want that.
All right. See what you. Yes.
It's like, Cynthia, come to the Electrosphere. We got the H2 no waterless pool in here.
And she threw it all away for, well, a guy who don't give a shit about her and is like mocking her dreams and ideals.
Yeah, that's the perfect person to throw away your humanity.
That's what I'm saying. This campaign is showing us Deezen doesn't give a shit about humanity, you know, awakening its full potential in the world of pure information and shit like that. He's just, I want to kill people because I'm a copy that got uploaded to the internet and I'm super pissed I don't have a body. So fuck y'all for having bodies.
At least he's being honest about the, you know.
Lord Doom says, she threw it all away for me, Kappa?
Yeah, Lord Doom said, if I can't have a body, then no one can.
Exactly.
Evidently.
You either upload
If
your
I can't
brain
have
or
a
you
body,
die.
Exactly. If I can't have a body, then everyone's either gonna, you know, jack themselves in, or yeah, they get a nice napalm surprise.
Oh, dude, continue on. This
Counter
is, dude,
revolution.
we can just make you a robot body. Chill.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but
well,
it probably wouldn't have a working jingling, so it probably wouldn't matter.
all you just got to do is just join the Link Way. We're all going to turn into cyborgs anyway.
Oh yeah, good old Lin Kuei. Chinese Ninja Warriors.
It's your Chinese Ninja Warriors. The song.
Chinese Ninja Warriors, your heart so cold, Sub-Zero. Chinese Ninja Warrior. The Mortal Kombat like musical show was great and also horrible.
Right, there was a musical.
There was
Okay,
an album.
there was like a live tour that was mostly
that's
like
true, yeah.
choreographed like action scenes and some like I think there was a couple musical numbers and there was this cringeworthy like Sub-Zero song where he straight up
Not to
calls
mention,
where he's called the Chinese Ninja Warrior.
and apparently they got the identity of both, I think, Noob and Cabal wrong in that.
I've never seen it, so I don't know. I just know of the songs.
That or Shang Tsung and Cabal.
Because remember.
No. It was Baraka and Cabal. Now I remember.
Yay!
Well, remember, if you kick Baraka off the cage, he magically transforms into rain and falls into a fire pit again.
Thanks, stock footage.
Oh, Metal, you mentioned about the dingling. Lord Doom answers you. He said, it can have that. Japan has made advances, Metal. Then he said, but don't look it up. Don't type that to Google.
No, I think I know what he's talking about, so, all right. Fair enough.
Yeah,
here comes Reina to blow up the Mega Float again.
There are plenty of things you should not look up on Google unless if you want to be scarred for the rest of your life.
Well, that's why they call it not safe for life.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think even eye bleach is gonna fix that shit. Reset bleach, I guess.
Like what the hell does Reina hit? Does she hit like the fucking main reactor of the Mega Float or something? Because from like one laser hit, the entire friggin' floating city just like explodes. Like I said, did she hit the reactor or like the oil or something under the city? Or I don't know.
Yes.
No, Godzilla was in that city. He just magically showed up and then disappeared after blowing it up.
All to absorb his energy and get just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
See, I could reference that game too, because I actually bought it for full price twice. And I feel like you know what? I don't regret it. Because
Are you talking about PS4
fun
game?
fact, I imported the PS3 one from Japan when it came out. I had a feeling it would never come out here. So I imported it. It was actually, I enjoyed it for what it was. Then they announced the PS4 like enhanced version, which is what got brought over here. So
Which game
I
is this
wound
again?
The Godzilla
the
2014 game.
Godzilla the
Oh, that one.
PS3 PS4 game, yeah. So I wound up buying it again for full price. Not knowing I should have tried to get a physical copy because those are obscenely
Gangbuster.
valuable. Yeah, because the physical copies of the Western release are obscenely valuable, and obviously I bought it digitally on my PS4 because I wanted to play it like now, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, and you know what? That game got savaged in the reviews, and I understand why. I enjoy it. I like it for what it is. But you know what? It's not for everybody. So
Right.
it's definitely more of a kaiju simulator than it is like a actiony kind of game, like the Pipeworks fighting games. It's more of a like a kaiju simulator if that makes any sense. You slowly trudge through the cities, destroying buildings and all that good stuff, fighting other monsters in the military, all that good stuff.
They should have just called it Godzilla 3 Strategic Operation Battle Simulator, like what they called Godzilla 2 on the NES.
Yeah. Fun fact: there was actually a virtually similar game to that on the Game Gear. That's actually decent. There's actually a Godzilla strategy game on the Game Gear that isn't too bad.
Nice.
Needless to say, never came out here, so you kind of need to know a bit of Japanese, but it's it's
Right.
not bad, not bad. Typical strategy game. So where you're the military and you're trying to fight off the kaiju and all that good stuff.
That's neat.
Interesting, actually.
Yeah.
At least it's not like the Game Boy game where all of a sudden you're like the dragons from Bubble Bobble with a huge boxing glove.
Yeah, because that okay. So it makes sense when you realize in Japan it was a Godzilla-kun game, which is the chibi cutesy Godzilla, where it's all very kind of cutesy and like a spin-off kind of thing. But for some friggin' reason, when they brought it over here, they tore all the chibi stuff like out of the game and also from like the box and just marketed it generically as Godzilla. So these all of a sudden extremely cutesy like kaiju graphics and it's like suddenly a puzzle platformer and shit. That don't make sense. But when you realize it was like a Godzi-kun chibi spin-off game, it makes more sense.
Right.
Like I still had it, and again, I still I enjoy both versions because one actually shows you what Godzilla's girlfriend looks like, and spoilers, she is Godzilla but with a pink bow.
Oh, I was gonna guess that.
Yes.
Oh, so Miss Godzilla, like Miss Pac-Man. I get it.
Yeah, essentially, and that's not even the only time Godzilla has a girlfriend in fiction, as there's another one that's basically just Godzilla but pink.
I mean,
Some of them?
isn't Godzilla supposed to be hermaphroditic? I mean, wasn't he the one who gave birth to a son and son of Godzilla?
Yeah, we're talking like Japanese canon though, where it's weirdly ambiguous. It's like he's mostly referred to as male, but there are weird times like Shin when he's technically not an individual, but is technically a colony of microorganisms. So it gets weird. It's weird. It's weird and confusing. Let's put it that way.
It's weird.
But too bad they will never consider Space Diabetes Godzilla canon.
No, and God, they never should. That is one of the stupid. Honestly, I've read a bunch of like the pitches that various writers have done over the years, like to Toho for Godzilla movies. Like they've ranged from like good ideas, like Godzilla versus the Griffin, even shit like Godzilla versus the Wolfman makes sort of sense. But then there's shit like Ghost Godzilla, fucking diabetes Godzilla. like
What?
shit like
By the
that
way, yeah.
is just stupid. Like Godzilla versus like a ghost of the original Godzilla that he can't kill or anything, and he winds up getting killed by the ghost Godzilla. But then it turns out that there's like another baby Godzillasaurus somewhere out there, so the legend will continue, etc. But or maybe that was a different. I don't know. Long story short, there's a bunch of really friggin' weird Godzilla pitches that exist. So yeah.
I think we already brought mention of this in a previous episode during this live stream series about that.
I think so. I don't think it's the first time.
Yeah,
We've
because
brought up
I
like
mentioned,
weird Godzilla shit. So yeah.
it's like if I even mentioned that if they want to do if they want to make a new kaiju, they could do one that's pretty much an anagram to Godzilla. Godzilla's name spelled backwards, Ollie's dog, where I said it was supposed to be like Claw from the Hulk.
Yeah, Claw. Or getting
put
freaking
pictures
Mitzel
of,
Spitlick to go back to his friggin' domain or shit like that.
Oh, okay. That's
Hey,
cute.
what? I was gonna say, wait, where the hell is D-City? Like, he somehow got behind me, Jesus.
I like the
Oh,
second
no.
picture with the jacket.
Yeah. But the way he is in the first and the last one, that's the male and female keeping Godzilla. That's how they usually are derpy looking like that.
Oh, we got
Very
decent!
cute.
Yeah, the second one is legit too. But,
Yeah, oh god, Jerry, they look like they just came from Diplodo, the TV series.
yeah. Dinosaurs, yeah. Come on. Kind of funny how that was like almost a precursor to Digimon in a way.
It was, weirdly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, and wasn't that conceived by Shinji Hashimoto before he joined Square back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, I see
like, wait,
somebody
what?
posting. Okay, somebody's posting in our Skype, Jerry. I might need you to have a look at that because apparently something's
Lord.
happening.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Nothing bad.
Okay.
Mutekia does ask a good question. So how did Charles Barkley beat Godzilla?
Yes.
A magic Aztec coin he received from a young boy. And I am not kidding about that. In the fucking comic book adaptation of that ad, because yes, it got a comic book for some stupid reason.
I was gonna say, I actually know about this thing.
Yeah, Charles Barkley gets an ancient Aztec coin from a boy that lets him grow giant and play a game of basketball with Godzilla, which he ultimately wins. And I think Godzilla just buggers off out of respect.
No, I mean he just got dunked on, so
I mean, even if Charles Barkley did something like the Chaos Dunk on Godzilla, Godzilla would never perish from something like that. Oh, I'm bringing up Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden all of a sudden. Even though the Godzilla part was embellished.
If you're talking about Barkley, like he eventually that just brought up.
Okay, so this is weird. Like I know exactly what game Double R's talking about, but whenever anybody mentions Barkley Shut Up and Jam, for some reason I picture the wrong game in my head. I picture fucking Slam City with Scottie Pippen from the Sega CD, which is much shittier, and I don't know why I'm like that. That I associate that name with that game, even though it's a completely different basketball guy.
Take his head and crush him like a walnut and sprinkle most of salad. What's a dressing on the boy? When you mentioned that, all of a sudden my mind went to Michael Jordan and Chaos in the Windy City. That other game.
That is also a game I sadly remember. It was so yeah, Michael Jordan, investigating shit going on in Chi-Town. And yes,
I would have remembered that if you actually did.
Yeah, and it was
I was living
not great.
at that time.
It was not great.
But don't you guys worry, we will play Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden on this on our Twitch page at some point.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It God damn it, Rena, get back here!
I know about some of the stuff. I actually never played the game at all. I just know it exists and some of the insane
I've seen
shit that
playthroughs of it.
I haven't seen playthroughs. I just know some of the insane shit because I've always been I'm gonna play it.
God damn it.
I learned about it back in high school. I mean, not high school, college.
I don't remember how I guess it was around when Space Jam started picking up again.
Okay,
The people,
she got-
all the renditions and
Right.
all of a
What,
sudden,
Chickadee-
Barkley got put into this pedestal of being this shut up and jam guy. And I heard about it, looked it up, and I'm just going okay, I'm gonna play that at some point. And that is still here, still unplayed.
Yeah, and basically the plot for Shut Up and Jam Guide, it was kind of like a pseudo sequel to Space Jam a little bit.
Basically, yeah.
It basically
Also-
was,
Yeah, that's
by
what I
what I
heard.
remember. Yeah.
Remember that? His son escaped for some reason.
Yeah, Escape from
Self-awareness.
Streets of Rage 3. And you have some really weird guy who's pretty much a samurai who has a samurai blade, who actually is a pretty strong character. Basically, here's the plot of the game. Charles Barkley manages to commence one of the most forbidden moves in basketball, the chaos dunk, and that pretty much caused the apocalypse to happen.
You want to know how fucking famous this game is? It has its own Wikipedia entry.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I didn't even know this.
Any other RPG Maker games that did that?
Not at the top of my head, no. Oh yeah, it's also a sequel to the actual Genesis. Barkley Shut Up and Jam.
Yeah.
2041, post-apocalyptic New York. Charles Barkley performs a powerful chaos dunk at a basketball game. It eventually kills most of the people in attendance. As a result, basketball is outlawed, and many basketball players are hunted down and killed.
Damn.
I don't know why I never got around to playing it. It's just been been only one of the many things of
Oh, it's brilliant.
People are still doing Let's Plays of it. Even Googling here, someone did that 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Sad thing about it is that game was like the precursor to an episodic series that unfortunately is never going to come to be, because even though it got funded on Kickstarter, the project never was finished because of lack of funding, pretty much.
Yeah. Sadly.
And not only that, but the development team was constantly getting downsized year after year. That development was kind of grinding to a halt.
That blows.
Did I drop?
I think so.
It was me. It just
Oh
randomly.
yeah, you sound distance.
Let me drop for real now.
You sound fine now.
Yeah, that happened. That happened to me earlier, so it happens.
Yeah.
Do we only need one to take these out? Okay, no. Okay, you do need multiples. All right. Is it at least two?
In and out on my own.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, yeah, it's two.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah.
You sound
I was
good.
about to say you sound fine, but you dropped before I was able to say anything. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so it doesn't really.
Yeah,
it didn't matter.
It did that during Sound Out stream where it just disconnects me and reconnects me. And apparently, I'm not the only one, because...
Is it weather, maybe?
No, because remember GLE's friend said the same thing. It was happening to him.
Oh.
Like, Discord just wants to randomly disconnect, reconnect.
Yeah, thanks, Discord.
Huh.
I mean...
Yeah, I know, because my internet's... I'm doing a speed test, and ping and all that. No, it's fine.
Because, it happened to Metal now, 3 times.
Metal last Saturday, yeah. So
yeah,
I think it's
two times last Saturday, and...
Yeah, I think it's just
it
Discord.
did, yeah, and it did earlier before the show, so yeah, I don't know. Oh, damn it! Yeah, Raina's right on my ass.
What's the chat say?
Muteki says, guys, Dragon Ball Daima reason Goku is small because he has to match size of Beelzebub from Sandland.
You know?
Beelzebub.
Probably.
Beelzebub.
You know what? I could see it because
Muteki's paying a Sandland crossover.
I could see
You know what?
that
I hope
because the game's coming out. I know they're doing stuff because I recently got like a new to me phone. I started playing Dokkan Battle again, and they are doing like a
Sandman
Sandland
crossover.
like a
Also,
campaign where they're giving you like free dragon stones and shit.
remember, there's a Dragon Stars coming out for Beelzebub. Not in Anime Heroes or Sandland its own thing. He's in Dragon Stars.
Which I guess is just
That's cool.
anything Toriyama, I guess. So, like, if you wanted to do like an Arale, like if they wanted to do an Arale, I guess it would probably be a Dragon Stars, even though she is canon to the Dragon Ball universe. But you know what I mean. She's technically from a different from her own series from Doctor Slump, but yeah. Come on, come on, come on.
I know that Toriyama says that Beelzebub isn't, but I still hold on to the fact that I believe that Beelzebub is Dabura's son. I mean, for God's sakes, his father looks like goddamn Dabura.
You know what you could do? You could also go with the assumption Sandland takes place in one of the other multiverses.
Well, yeah. This one where I guess they don't have like Saiyans or anything.
Yeah, so like like if you want to go, on a technical or slash, actual way, who's to say it's not? It could just be it could be a parallel, one of the parallels.
Oh yeah, easily. Okay, there it is. Just gotta take it out.
I mean, thanks to the whole of like how many universes? 12 was it? 12 universes, something like that currently, and
Damn it.
who's not to say?
Lord Doom says Goku and Arale is a free-to-play LR in Dokkan.
Speaking of Arale, she better be in Sparking Zero, and she better be busted as fuck, like gag character powers, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Go fight her!
Okay.
She's a gag character!
Okay, we can take out Reina now.
I still love that episode. That's still one of my favorite, episode of the whole, just Vegeta being like, oh my god, she's a gag character, we can't win Kakarot! Run!
Damn it! It's basically true. Gag characters can literally, break logic and reason.
Yeah, that's what he...
Oh, yeah.
That's what he figured out early on when he started fighting her. It's like, oh my god, he's a gag character, and he just breaks the fourth wall.
But yet Beerus was able to decapitate her, but yet she still lived after that.
Well, being a robot helps. So. Okay, Reina is down.
It's like, Lord Beerus, you know you can't truly defeat her. Lord Doom says, and then Beerus Hakai's a ghost.
That's right. The one that Toriyama based off his editor that he hated, always rejecting his ideas.
Oh yeah, same episode and everything.
Morishita, because he even named him with he flipped his name around.
Anagram?
Guess so. It was like, I'm gonna make the bad guy of Dr. Slump off of you, editor. I hate you so much. Always rejecting
that's how you get the ultimate revenge. You create your character, then you kill it with one of your own. So like, yes, infinite redemption, because people can just reread it, and it happens again and again.
What's Muteki talking about?
I don't know, Muteki stuff.
Oh god, the Drake and Lamar thing.
Oh my god, you're basically asking which side are you on.
Oh, for God's sakes.
We had this discussion last Tuesday. We're just like, I don't care.
Yeah, Lord Dude said Drake lost.
I can't get anyway by fighting a gag manga style.
Has the funky keyboard.
On that one, is it not knowing or is it not caring?
Oh God.
I mean, for me, it's not caring, honestly. Like
That doctor looked like a psychopath, no doubt.
Like, I don't even know what the beef is about.
Is that it?
Oh, here we go, guys. The secret ending.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so guess what? The
It was
twist
all a
is
simulation.
no. The twist is that we, the player character Neo, are actually an AI that is being trained within simulations, which is all these campaigns. And now that we have been proven that we can take out Deezen no matter what happens, he's going to release us into the real world to go after Deezen now. Because all this corporate war shit was part of the simulation.
Oh, so none of the events happening were actually taking place.
Basically, it seems like they're about to, or they are going to in the near future, so he just, like, extrapolated all this shit. But yes, we are an AI that was being trained to kill Deezen, because this guy is still butthurt about him stealing his girl, and him dying, and the whole sublimation cyber AI shit.
That stuff was happening, but when we were playing, was just a simulation.
Yeah.
So I was half right.
And now we are going to be. And now we're being taken out of the simulation, and we're going to be put in the real world to go do this for real, which of course we don't see. But that is the big twist secret ending.
Ace Combat 4.
Wow, okay. Right. So, like, I was half right, because it's like, it's a simulation or something. That's
and you're like, yeah, because we're an AI that's being trained, so yes.
Yeah, I didn't guess the AI part, but damn.
What's funny is we got this right at this time. It's like
Program Nemo,
exactly.
Purged from Electrosphere.
And Metal, you basically beat the game on time too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Yes, I wanted to save my progress because we are finished. Yeah.
Woo!
All right, and the only technical thing I could show you guys is the dead copy save. It's because the game in Japan originally came with an append disc that had like a bunch of stuff, like all the cutscenes and music and stuff on it. But it also had a special save that already unlocked this mode, which is simulator mode, which lets you play any mission with any jet, including the exclusive shit like the Night Raven, the Ouroboros stuff, like all that stuff. So, yeah, and basically the game is essentially completely unlocked now. So, we are done. It is not 100%ed because I did not beat it on hard, but we do basically have almost everything, or basically everything unlocked now.
Oh, so, good.
Anyways, speaking of, I am Metal Blue Eyes. Follow me on X or Twitter at Metal Blue Eyes 0. And, of course, on YouTube at Metal Blue Eyes, where I don't do much these days, but, I'm tinkering behind the scenes. But check out Hero Club across social media at Hero Club for Life, because I stream for them on Twitch Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays is our new show, and last night we just talked a lot about the Takara T-Spark series, which is awesome. And then Fridays we just game and chill. We'll probably be playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, probably also talking about some of the new cards they just announced this past week, and all that good stuff. So check us out at starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, Wednesdays and Fridays. But I'll throw it over to the Geek Fighters, I guess, with Fighter Kaus. Oh, actually, no, he goes last. Let's start with Double R.
Yeah, I was about to say, careful, Metal.
I was like, oh, wait. Yeah. Strike that.
This is a Geek Fighter stream, so
I was like, wait, yeah.
The creator is last but not least.
Of course.
Anyways, you guys can find me on YouTube at Double RPG Reviews, as well as Twitch at Double RPG Reviews. YouTube's my bread and butter when it comes to content, whereas Twitch is secondary. Speaking of content on YouTube, I'm back to work on episode 2 of my Legend of Zelda retrospective. I got all the voice work done, and I just need to get started with ripping or getting footage from YouTube of like behind the scenes stuff and that kind of stuff, and as well as game footage from other players since I already have my own as well, and hopefully get started with post production on that very soon. Twitch is kind of on the back burner right now since I'm working on the retrospective, but sometimes when I stream, I'm going to be doing it on Twitch from now on instead of both YouTube and stream on Restream, which I have been since Twitch has been more of my place to where I get viewers when I stream. But if I stream again, be on the lookout for that. But either way, you can stay up to date with me on both Facebook and Twitter, or X as they call it now, at Double RPG Reviews. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I guess Dubad Gamer, if you would like to do anything.
You can find me with twitch.tv/thebadgamer. I try to stream Thursdays and Sundays. Since this was a special day for them, stream for them, I decided to take a backseat for the day, and I was, joined to. You guys invited me to join you because I was basically here for the majority.
Yeah, because of the whole redo thing.
Yeah, it's fine. And thank you guys for having me along for this ride.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I am streaming some games. I'm trying to finish up. I'm trying to do some last stuff for post from Murmasa the Demon Blade. I also need to go back and continuing on Bad Network 5. Halfway through there, and I want to kind of finish it up so I can kind of be done with the series that has been dragging on. Of course, because I need to take breaks from now. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I stream at around 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central European time. And that's pretty much it, because you can't find me anywhere else.
Okay, thank you very much, Bad Gamer. And now, last but certainly not least, Fighter Cows.
Yeah, I stream Tuesdays and Fridays on twitch.tv/FighterCows. That's spelled FIGHTERXAOS. Put it in the chat. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays is King of Fighters 15. Fridays is normally Fate Grand Order, but this Friday, tomorrow, I'll be busy, but I'm pretty sure, not so busy I can't stream. I'm pretty sure, all I gotta do is do something in the morning, and then I'm free, and then what else I gotta do is at night, which is after the stream. So, and me and Alex should be doing a co-op run of Undercover Cops. Classic.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it,
Nice.
but I used to grow up with that one.
It's probably not going to take super long since it's a beat 'em up. They tend to be short, especially if we have infinite money. So.
Yeah, exactly. Which is perfect in case in case I have to go out grocery shopping earlier than I thought.
Or if you might be running a bit late. I'm assuming it's going to take us, tops an hour, maybe a bit more?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. But definitely check out...
What's up Undercover Cops? But yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, especially for this very, very special playthrough of Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere, the Japanese version. Oh, but it is great to finally be done. So next week, I think we're doing a Fightcade stream, aren't we? Or is it?
You oughta. Just to...
Yeah, we might as well.
Or you guys just do a short one. Who knows what? But
I
we
don't
ought
know.
to do a Fightcade and then go into a short one.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever's, but either way, tune in next week for some great stuff. Anyways, from Metal Blue Eyes to you, until I see you when I see you, have a good one. Peace out.